So let's dive into the life skill of communication, okay? The quality of my life is the quality of the communication skills that I have around me. So let's define communication. The process by which messages or information is sent from one place or person to another. So Jordan, there's many forms of communication. What's one of them?
To believe in yourself.
Very good. Like a form of communication is how can we communicate to other people? How about this Zoom training? Is this a communication tool?
Yes, sir.
Of course. And how about person to person? Is that a communication tool?
Yes, sir.
How about text message? Is that a communication tool?
Yes, sir.
Email?
Yes, sir.
Facebook messaging?
Yes, sir.
Twitter?
Yes,
Instagram?
yes, sir.
Calling somebody? FaceTime? There are so many ways to communicate to people. It's crazy. We as leaders need to understand how people want to be communicated to, because not everybody wants to be communicated to the same. Some people prefer just emailing. Other people prefer text message. Other people like to talk directly in person. Some people want to talk via Zoom. So it's, as a leader, we need to first define how people want to learn how to communicate. So let's get to it. Communication is the link between the world and me. Communication is how we relate to ourselves and everything outside of us. Communication is so important that the success of society depends on the ability of its citizens to communicate effectively. The word communication comes from the word common, which means equal. This suggests that in order to communicate with one another, we must find common ground. To ensure this, our communication must be, say with me, say visual, kinesthetic, and auditorial. So let's talk about that, what that means for a second, okay? Understand that communication comes from, means the word common, means equal. When we communicate with someone, the first thing we're trying to do, Jordan, is find something in common. What do you and I have in common?
Karate.
Very good. We're both martial artists. So we instantly have a connection because we both enjoy doing something together. If I enjoyed dance class and you enjoyed martial arts class, is that common?
No, sir.
No, but if you enjoyed martial arts class and I enjoyed martial arts class, that's common. So the minute we start to communicate with somebody, the first thing we want to do is find something in common. What are some things that we can find in common? Maybe their favorite color. We have the same color. Maybe we live in the same town as them. Maybe we have the same name. Maybe we're the same age. Maybe they enjoy the same TV shows that we enjoy. Maybe they enjoy the same kind of activities that we enjoy as well too. So understand that the first level of communication is finding something in common. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there's 3 ways to communicate. Can you say it with me? Say visual, auditorial, and kinesthetic. Okay, can we play a fun game?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's go ahead and I'm going to move this back just a little bit. And I want you to stand up for me, okay?
Sir.
Okay, so the first level that we're going to learn today is a visual way, okay? Visual, 80% of people in America, they're visual people. That means they can see something and understand it first. So let's play a game. I want you to watch me and I want you to copy me. Ha! Good job. Clap for yourselves. So that's visual. See, I didn't say anything. You just watched me and you followed me. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
You want to do auditorial now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Auditorial means we use our what?
Here.
Auditorial means what? Using our what?
Ears.
Our ears. That's right. When we use our ears, let's play. Here we go. Ready? Jordan, what I want you to do is take your left foot and step back and put your hands in front of your face. Go ahead.
Aya.
Very good. Now stand with your feet together and hands at your side. I want you to take your right foot and step back and put your hands in front of your face. Go.
Aya.
Good. Stand with your feet together. Now I want you to take your right foot and step back and put your left hand over your eyes with your hand open. And then take your right hand and put it over your knee with your hand open.
Aya.
Good. Switch arms.
Aya.
Very good. Stand tall. I want you to take your right knee and lift it up as high as you can. Good. Put it down. Now I want you to take your left knee and lift it up as high as you can. Good. And put it down. Now I want you to take your right knee, lift it up, jump and bring your other knee up. Go. Okay. Clap for yourself. Good job. So you're an auditorial. See how easy that was for you? Most kids, that's very difficult because they have a hard time of understanding using their ears. Okay. All right. So we have visual and we have auditorial. Now, kinesthetic, I can't physically do, but that's why I want to explain it to you. Kinesthetic means if I show somebody something and they don't process it, I tell them something and they still can't process it. I have to physically use my proper touch and actually put the person in the position that I'm trying to explain. So let me show you what I mean. Let's say I'm teaching a child how to do a side kick and he just can't get it or she can't get it. She keeps doing this. And I'm like, lift your knee up, extend your kick and bring it back. It looks like me. And they're like, I still don't get it. I said, look, it looks like this. And they're like, I don't get it. So what I'll do is I'll actually grab the child, lift their leg up and bring it all the way back into their chest and push their leg out and bring it back. Push their leg out and bring it back. So now what did they just do? They did what?
Did the side kick?
They felt it. They felt the energy coming in and out. Once that happens, now they're like, oh, this makes sense. So here's the point of the story, Jordan. There's only 3 learners in the world. Say it with me. Say visual learners.
Visual learners.
Auditorial learners.
Auditorial learners.
And kinesthetic learners.
And kinesthetic learners.
Very good. Clap for yourselves. Nice job. Okay, let's move on now. Now, I hope I taught you something there because it's very, very valuable information, okay? Most people aren't aware of that. See, now we're going to get into it. Visual communication has to do with the way we use our body language and gestures to deliver our message. Our auditorial communication refers to the way we sound, the tone of our voice, verbal emphasis, and inflection. Kinesthetic communication reflects to our physical interaction while we can convey our message. Communication can be verbal and nonverbal. Let's talk about that. Can we talk about that for a minute?
Yes, sir.
What does verbal mean? Do you know what verbal means?
No, sir.
The words that come out of my mouth. That's verbal. Now, do you know what nonverbal means?
The words that don't come out of your mouth.
That's right. What your body's saying. Can we play a little game?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to teach you how to read minds. Who wants to learn how to read minds?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to teach you how to read somebody's mind. Shh. Don't tell anybody, okay? All right, watch. What am I thinking right now? How do you think I feel?
Sad.
How did you know that? I didn't tell you I was sad,
'Cause
but my body said it. How do you think I'm feeling right now?
excited,
Very good. How do you think I'm feeling right now?
happy,
How do you think I'm feeling now?
sad,
How about now?
scared,
How about now?
scared,
How about now?
You're thinking about something?
I'm a little confused. How about now?
You're shy?
Yeah. See, you already know how to read somebody's mind. People.
You froze. You froze? Mr. Brazilo, you froze. You froze.
Oh, there she's back. Okay. You now know how to. You can look at someone. You can go, "Mommy, I think that little kid right there is a little shy. Mommy, I think that little kid right there is a little excited. Mommy, I think that kid right there looks a little confused." Now, you don't even need to guess anymore. You can actually watch them and you can know how they're feeling. Okay? That's my little tip to you. That's a little secret. Keep that between us. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. There is one communication path that leads inward, our communication with ourselves. We must practice excellent communication with ourselves, empowering ourselves to grow into the successful people we want to be. The other line of communication leads outward. This is our communication with everything outside of us. We can communicate with animals. Some say we can communicate with plants. Others say we can also communicate with the environment in general. But most important, most relevant is our communication with other human beings. To be leaders, we must excel in the way we communicate. So, Jordan, let's wrap this all up, okay? We understand that there's two forms of communication, inward and
Outward.
outward. Do you ever have a conversation with yourself inside your mind?
Yes.
Of course, every human being does. There's nothing wrong with that. Here's the only question I challenge you. What's the conversation you're having? Truth be told, growing up, I used to have conversations with myself. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. I'm a loser. Why can't I figure this out? Why does this stuff always happen to me? What's wrong with me? Am I an idiot? Like some people in the world have that conversation with themselves. And then I grew older, and I'm not going to say I'm perfect at it because I'm not, but I catch myself having these weird conversations with myself, and I go, smack that out of you. You're a positive person. I want you to be positive. And so if you ever catch yourself having those negative, we call it negative self-talk, and you ever catch yourself doing that, always stop immediately and flip it around and always think positive. Can you do that for me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's review what we learned today. Rule number 1, what's the most important skill to become a master instructor? Communication. Very good. And there's 3 forms of communication. Actually, where does the word communication come from? Go ahead. Common and equal. When we talk to somebody, what's the first thing we want to do?
Introduce yourself.
That's right. And find something in common. Very good. And that means that's called rapport building, which we're going to learn later on. Then we learn that there's 3 ways to communicate. What's the first one?
Visual.
And what's the second one? Auditory. Very good. And what's the last one, the trickiest one? Kinesthetic. That is phenomenal. Great job. And then we learn that there's 2 forms of communication, verbal and nonverbal. Verbal is with the words that come out of our mouth. Nonverbal is what our body is projecting to the other people. So we want to make sure that we always think positive thoughts and our body is always practicing positive messages going out in the world. Okay? Can you do that for me?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. You did an awesome job today. Clap for yourself. You, young lady, this week in class are going to earn a special gold star. I'm going to let Mr. Russo know for joining this training today. Does that sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Great job today, ma'am. And everybody who's watching this recording, we really appreciate you taking the time and investing the energy to go ahead and improve your child's leadership abilities. This kind of training is really done nowhere else for a child. There are some programs that are designed for adults, but there is no other training that's designed like this for a child. So this is very valuable information, and I hope you use it wisely. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll guys see you next week. Great job today, Jordan.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Hey, bye-bye.
Have a good weekend.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yes, same to you, ma'am.
Thank
Go
you.
enjoy the beautiful weather.
You too.
Bye.